So, hello. My name is William Kraft. I'm the President and Chief Creative Officer of Phoenix Reborn Films. I am no kidding. Um, through my life, my creative existence, we've made 4 full-length Batman features, or Batman parodies that are features, and we made many shorter films. So I've had a bunch of different people ask me, what do you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League? And I'm going to begin this by saying that the 2-hour version of Justice League that was in the theaters, I thought was a decent. I wasn't outraged like so many other people were. I didn't hate it by any stretch. So, let me just say that if you give Zack Snyder's Justice League a chance, you will love it. If you go in with an open mind towards it, I think you'll walk away loving it, because here's what it has. I have been a critic of Zack Snyder's storytelling for a while because he's excellent. He's a brilliant shot composer, absolutely brilliant. But what he hasn't always been great with is story. But he took 4 hours and he found the heart of the story. There's that scene at the beginning where Wonder Woman is fighting the bank robbers. And she goes through the whole thing. It's a great scene. I don't have any problem with her kicking ass the way she does. But when she starts blocking the bullets and does the little, not little, I don't want to downplay it, but it's an absolute brilliant scene, and shows this character for her heroic nature. And there's that really heartfelt scene at the very end where with the little girl. I'm not going to attempt to do an English accent because I'm physically incapable. But with all that being said, when that little girl looks up at her and says, well, we'll start with when Diana Prince looks at her and says, are you okay, princess? And she looks up at her, and it's a brilliantly acted and executed scene. She looks at her and says, I want to be you when I grow up. Paraphrasing. And then Wonder Woman says, you can be anything you want. It's right there, that this is a heartfelt and emotional movie. And that's what sells films for me. The heart of the movie. Do you feel as you watch? And it continues on through all 6 parts and the prologue at the end. You feel the heart of you feel the emotional weight of what's going on through this film. I can't speak highly enough of this film. It came out a week ago, and I woke up. I'm going to admit it. I set my clock, and I got up to watch it at 3 a.m. Eastern Time Zone the first time that I could watch it. And I sat there and I watched the whole thing. And my God, it just was really, really emotional and heartfelt and beautifully executed. That being said, I don't understand why Warner did what they did at the time. I'm not going to get here and get into how, when Zack Snyder's daughter passed away, they basically fired him and brought in Josh Whedon. I'm not going to get into any of the judgment on that. But what I am going to do is just say, I don't understand why you invest $40 to $50 million, bringing Josh Whedon, reshoot 70%, and then put what we saw in the theaters out. Because what we saw in the theaters might be a 4 to 5 star film. Zack Snyder's Justice League is right now competing to be my favorite superhero movie of all time. My favorite is Logan, for the same reason that I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because it really got to the humanity of these characters, and executed it so beautifully. I really like the heart of this film. I've watched it 3 times now. I'm probably gonna watch it a 4th, but I'm not gonna sit here and emotional and give out any spoilers. But I am gonna say that Ben Affleck, if you ever had any doubts about his acting ability, they will be put aside. We already know, if you've seen Justice League, that Superman gets brought back to life. That's pretty much the same as it was before. Same feelings about it that I had before. I'm not one of these people who's going to tell you that it negates the sacrifice of Batman versus Superman, because I don't think it does at all. But I really can't find a lot to complain about with this film, other than when you think about it, if you end it right before the prologue, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes. And the prologue is there. As a filmmaker myself, it sort of felt like what we do at premieres. And that is, since all these actors are coming to see their film, let's put everything we shot. And they're just trying to make everything fit. 3 hours and 24 minutes. I think you put that out in the theaters, and instead of the reaction you had with Whedon's Justice League, you have a movie that not only DC fans love, but a lot of non-DC fans love. I've never bought a comic book in my life, and I love this film. It's just a really beautiful piece of filmmaking, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. So I could go into more about how it's important to have films like this, especially in this time, when representations of doing the right thing is so important, which is the polar opposite of how I felt about the Joker movie. I thought it was just excuse making, that he was crazy and doesn't deserve your sympathy. As soon as someone starts hurting people, sympathy goes away. We recently had a shooting in Boulder, Colorado, and it came out that the shooter was picked on and made fun of. I think films like Joker only give people an excuse for being a psychopath, and they're dangerous. There is no excuse once you hurt someone. Once you hurt someone, all sympathy needs to be surrendered. I think it's dangerous to put that in film. Anyway, I won't get into more than that, but I think that films like Justice League, the Snyder Cut, are what we need more. We need more storytelling with a heart, with something that makes us feel, with something that engages us. And I want to thank HBO Max and Warner, because they ultimately had to go back and approve this, for allowing this film to happen, because it is a beautiful, beautiful film. Well, that's my Justice League review, and I wish everyone health and safety as we navigate through the last mile of the pandemic. Everyone stay safe. Everyone get your vaccine, and everyone be kind to one another. That's most important. We're at a time where kindness is more important than anything else. So thank you very much for hearing what I have to say. That's my Justice League review, and um, we're probably going to have a forum where I'm going to invite some people to talk about it, but they've had to have watched it. What's my favorite scene of the movie? I really like, for my own reasons, because one thing we did in all of our films is we always had the big fight, and then Aquaman would show up late. And the fight under the city, I just find it humorous how he still shows up late. He's there for the final fight, so that really doesn't apply to that. But I really liked the final fight where Steppenwolf gets his comeuppance. And that final shot of the Justice League, as I said, Zack Snyder, no one composes a shot better than him. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and be kind to one another.